Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to start a digital marketing blog. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what a digital marketing blog is, why you need to pick a niche and niche down. In addition, I'm going to show you and tell you how you can get web hosting and why you need it for your website. In fact, if you click that first link in the description, you can get a domain name for free for the first year. After that, we are going to install WordPress. We are going to install both a free and premium WordPress theme, and some changes that you absolutely have to make so that you can start getting some traffic. After that, I'm going to show you how to start writing fast and how you can make money with your website. In addition, I'm going to show you and tell you why you need to share your content on social media and about how many blog posts you need to write before you decide to continue on or give up. Be sure to check out the first 3 links in the description, as those will be the links that I refer to throughout this video. First things first, what is a digital marketing blog? A digital marketing blog is simply a blog where you take an aspect, a component of digital or internet marketing, and you create content to solve problems. For example, if we look at Neil Patel's blog here, he's a pretty popular digital marketer, and he simply creates content on search engine optimization, affiliate marketing. If we look at his blog down here, you're going to see he writes on just about everything. Because his blog is pretty large and established, I recommend that you focus on 1 or 2 subjects within digital marketing. For example, you could focus on copywriting or search engine optimization, something along those lines that's much more targeted and narrow. As your website grows larger and you get more domain authority, you can actually focus on some of the other topics as well. But in the very beginning, I think you should only focus on 1 or 2. And within that, you can actually find some keywords as well. So one way that you can find keywords is you can find a blog or website that you want to emulate or improve on, and you can copy that domain name, which I'll talk about in just a moment, and you can paste it right over into the Site Explorer. The cool thing with this tool, and I'm in Ahrefs, is it gives you an idea of the words that they're ranking for so that you could actually rank for these words yourself. For example, it says Neil Patel has over 882,000 organic keywords. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look and we're going to find some to potentially start creating content on. And what I recommend that you do is I recommend in the very beginning that you want to focus on keywords that have a keyword difficulty of 5 or less. Now, the reason why you want to focus on keyword difficulty that have 5 or less is simply it's going to provide a better opportunity for you to rank. The keyword difficulty score is a score between 0 and 100. The closer you get to 100, the more difficult it will be for a new blog or website to rank, just based on search engine optimization. For some reason, this is taking a while. Anyway, we'll have to come back to this because it looks like it is taking a little while, but that is how you pick a niche and niche down. So instead of just talking about digital marketing, talk about a component or aspect of it. Again, maybe something like copywriting or search engine optimization. And then you can find keywords within that. So if we jump back over to our slide deck, the next thing that you need to get is web hosting. Now you need web hosting so that people around the world can see your website. And what you can do is you can click that first link in the description and work with the best web hosting provider for beginners. And what they'll do is you'll rent hard drive space called a server. You'll rent that from them and they will ensure that your website is available to be seen on the internet. In fact, when you click that first link and you get started with web hosting, they'll also give you a domain name for free for the first year. A domain name is simply a name that your customers will refer to your website. For example, neilpatel.com is a domain name. And what you'll do is you'll go ahead through the sign up process and you'll get all of that set up. In fact, I'm going to walk you through the sign up process step by step so you can follow along and see exactly what it takes. Now, it only takes about 6 minutes to get up and running, but I'll show you how to do it step by step. When you click that link, you'll be taken to this website where you'll go ahead and click Get Started. What I recommend is to click the first one on the far left, the basic plan, if you're just getting started with a website. As you can see, there are a number of options, but click that, click Select, and then move on. Here you're going to create a domain name. If you have one in mind, you can type it in here like you see that I do. What I recommend is try and find a domain name that's going to be related to your niche. Now, what I do is I type in a domain name that I know is already taken. When it's taken, you're going to get this error. What you can then do is go back and try different domains. Now, make sure, again, you want to pick one that's related to your niche. Click Next, and then you're going to see a green box that says that it's approved. The next step is simply to go through and enter in your contact information. Make sure that when you scroll down here, make sure that you leave all of the settings on. But again, enter in your contact information, the settings right here where it says domain privacy, leave all of this checked. If you don't leave it checked, you're going to get people reaching out to you, spamming you, emailing you, trying to get you to sign up for web hosting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sign up and then jump back to you once I sign on and move to the next step. All right, so I've signed up and I'm going to go ahead and set up my website initially. Just create a simple username and password, make sure it meets the requirements there, and then move on. Make sure that you write it down too. Write it down in a safe spot so that you have it and you remember it, because it can be a pain to go ahead and get everything back. You're going to have to enter in like some vital information, but just make sure that you write it down. It's really easy and really simple. Now, one thing that I do want to note is that this part is not sped up at all. This is actual real time, and you can see that you'll go from absolutely nothing to a complete website in less than probably 10 minutes. And once you click submit, you're going to move on to the next step where you get to log in. Here is where you're actually going to start creating your WordPress website. Now, the great thing is Bluehost really does everything for you, and it's really simple. So again, I'm not speeding this up at all, and I want you to see what it really takes to create a website. Bluehost is going to do a little bit of work in the background for you, and we're just going to actually click on skip this step. This one, first one I clicked on start a blog, but for the next step, just click skip, because we know what we're doing, and I'm actually going to tell you what to do so that we can get up and running. Click get started right here on the left hand side, and then move on. Just click skip here and click skip here. And then just pick the first one on the far left. Make sure that you're picking a free theme, because they'll charge you. They have both free and premium themes, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So right now, it's actually creating your WordPress website. In just a few moments, you're going to click on log in to WordPress on the right-hand side there. You'll see it in just a second. And then we can actually start looking at some basic configurations. All right, so we click log in, and now we actually have a WordPress website. What may need to happen is you may need to click refresh a few times to get it to work, but now we have our website, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to log in and delete a few plugins, because right now it has the coming soon. And so if someone tried to get to your website at this moment, it's going to say coming soon to them, even though we can see it. This is what your WordPress website looks like, but for everyone else outside of your network, it's going to say coming soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to plugins eventually, and we're going to delete some of the plugins that we don't need. Now, I talk a little bit about plugins later on, but plugins add additional features and functionality. We are going to deactivate the Bluehost as well as the other plugins that are already activated, and then we can go through and make the necessary changes, which I'll cover in just a moment. So we're going to deactivate them and then delete them. Now you want to make sure that you only have the plugins that you're using on your website. The more plugins you have, the slower your website's going to respond and function, and you're going to lose out on ranking. So make sure you have a lean setup, very few plugins, and then move on. As you can see right now, I'm just simply deleting some stuff that you don't need. If you want to, you could keep them, but obviously if you're just getting started, you don't need this other stuff. What's more important is the themes that we're going to talk about in just a moment, as well as getting writing. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete those, deactivate them, and then we're actually going to start moving on to settings, which you see right here. All right, so let's go ahead and make some changes that we absolutely have to make so that you can start getting traffic. The first thing that you want to do is you want to change your site title. Your site title is going to be the title of your website. You can make this basically your domain name. For example, my domain name is Web Hosting Rewind, and you can see that's my site title. And then the tagline is basically what your website's all about in a very succinct manner. As you can see here, mine says, get the latest news and info on all things web hosting. What you want to do is make sure that yours is relevant to your niche. For example, if you are creating content about makeup, you can say, come here for the latest tips and tricks for all things makeup. Next, you want to make sure that your WordPress address is HTTPS and not HTTP. Make sure your site address is HTTPS as well. And then the administration email should automatically be set. Uncheck the membership so that anyone can register. Make sure that this is unchecked. If we scroll down here, you want to change your time zone to your time zone. There are all sorts of them here. Next, you want to make sure that you have your date format set to the way you want, and then go ahead and click save. If we go down to writing, there isn't anything in writing that we need to change. After that, we're going to go to reading. In reading, very important, you want to make sure that your homepage displays to your latest post. That's the first thing. And the second one is you want to make sure that your search engine visibility is unchecked. do not check this. Discourage search engines from indexing this site. You do not want this, because if this is checked, people aren't going to be able to find your website, and everything that we do after this is going to be a waste. So go ahead and click save. This should be unchecked. Next, if we go down to discussion, there really isn't anything that we need to change here. Media, we can leave this as is, and then permalinks is going to be really important. Right now, your permalinks are set to plain. You want to change it to post name. This is done for search engine optimization. What's going to happen is when we create a new blog post, we are going to make it so that it's search engine optimized. We're going to use the keyword in our title, and that keyword is going to show up right here as well. And this is called search engine optimization. Make sure that it's set to post name, and then go ahead and click save. And really, that's everything that you need to do to make sure that you start getting traffic. All right, so now that we've installed WordPress, we've installed our WordPress theme, and we've made some changes to our website so that we can start getting traffic. Now, right now, you have a very basic and plain WordPress theme on your website. What I recommend that you do is go and get yourself a premium WordPress theme, because it comes with additional features and functionality. Now, this is a premium WordPress theme. You see how it looks more inviting? It has bright colors, and the images are much larger. When you go to the second link in the description, you can potentially find a WordPress theme that just looks just like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to click that second link in the description, and we're simply going to type in marketing or digital marketing. And we are going to hit enter, and you're going to see a bunch of WordPress themes pop up for digital marketing. What you can do is you can go through and find one that you like. Once you find one that you like, you're going to click this button to add it to the cart. Once you add it to the cart, you are going to check out, purchase, and then download the zip file. Once you get the zip file, you are going to unpack the zip file, and there's going to be a second zip file. You're going to take that second zip file, and you're going to install it into the WordPress dashboard, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. To do that, you're going to go to post, you're going to click on appearance, and then go to themes. When you click on themes, you're going to click on add new, and then you're going to click on upload theme. And then you can drag and drop that second zip file right here, or you can choose to find it manually by clicking choose file. Once you do that, you're going to click on install now and then activate, and then your brand new WordPress theme is going to be active. The next thing that we want to do is we want to look at different ways to start writing. Now, I get 3 questions when it comes to starting a blog or website. How long should my blog post be? How do I start writing? And how many blog posts should I write? I'm going to go ahead and answer 2 of those right now. To start writing, we are simply going to grab a keyword from over here. This is actually what I was trying to show you a little bit earlier. But what we're going to do first is let me change the keyword difficulty to 5 or less just to show you the difference here. And once we get there, we can grab one of these keywords. For example, let's do PPC consultant. Maybe we want to rank for PPC consultant. So maybe we want to rank for PPC consultant. We're going to copy this, and we are going to jump back over to our blog post, and we're going to go to post, all posts, and then click on add new. When we click on add new, we're going to paste in our keyword here. So PPC consultant is our keyword. And then after that, we are going to add in something that's going to get our customers to click. So we're going to say PPC consultant, everything you need to know. All right. And the reason why we're doing it in this format is simply that our blog post is optimized for search engine optimization. And it also has a bit of a clickbaity title to get your audience to click. And so again, 2 questions that I get all the time is how do I start writing and how long should my blog post be? Your blog post should only be as long as it needs to be. And the length really depends on the keyword that's being questioned or asked, what your competitors are doing, and what the answer is. So if, for example, if we go over to PPC consultant and we paste this into Google, you're going to see that the top result here is, we'll say the top result is neilpatel.com. We're going to open this up. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take a look at the number of keywords. Now, the number of keywords isn't the only factor, but this can help guide us and let us know about how many keywords we should write for. Now, if I'm looking at this, this is probably about a 3,500 word blog post. Okay, 2469. So that's not terrible. What we'd want to do is probably write about a 3,000 word blog post to fully answer the question. And one thing that you can do is you can skim through this blog post and see what Neil Patel and his team missed. Is there something that they didn't answer? Is there something that maybe isn't correct? And so if we jump back over to our blog post, what we can do to start writing is take a 10-minute brainstorming session, and we can start off by asking ourselves these questions: who, what, when, where, why, and how. These 6 writing prompts are going to help us write our blog post much clearer, much longer, and much faster. And so what we're going to do, we're going to see, we're going to type in basic questions with regards to our keywords. So where to find a PPC consultant. And when you are doing this, it is important to remember that spelling during this phase, during the brainstorming phase, is not as important as getting your good ideas down on paper. We could say what to look for in a good PPC consultant, and so on. So make sure you take about 15 minutes and ask yourself these questions using the writing prompts and to really flush out your ideas. This is actually going to help you write much faster in the end. Once your 15 minutes is up, you are simply going to keep the ones that make sense and that are relevant, and then delete the ones that have nothing to do with your topic. And once you're done with that, you are simply going to turn your questions that you kept right into H2s. As you can see, we have an H2 here, and you're just going to answer the question. You could say, here are the qualifications of a good PPC consultant. Okay, and what you're just going to do is you're going to go through and answer these questions and make sure that you're very thorough and you put yourself in your customer's shoes and try and give them everything that they need to know so that they don't have to go to a different website. Once you're done writing, you're simply going to click on publish, and then your website is going to be alive for the world to see, hear, read, and react to. Now, if we jump back over to our slide deck, the next step is to think about different ways to make money. There are a number of ways to make money with your blog or website. One way to make money, and I don't think that Neil Patel's website is doing it, is you can actually have ads or place ads right on your website. You can work with a company like Google AdSense, and they will place ads automatically on your website once you go through the Get Started process. The only drawback to Google AdSense is they actually will pay you pennies on the dollar. You won't make very much money, but it's good if you want some money coming in. What you can do is once you start getting significant traffic is you can move on to other premium ad networks like Ezoic, Media.net, AdThrive. There are a ton of them out there that will work with you once you have significant traffic. Another option is to promote other people's products and services. This is called affiliate marketing. And the way this works is you are going to get your affiliate link from the vendor or the product owner, and you're going to place it in your blog or website. And when people click on your affiliate link and buy the product, you can earn a commission. Now, if you want to learn a little bit more about affiliate marketing, I do have a free training. It is the 3rd link in the description, where you can learn everything that you need to know about affiliate marketing step by step. Another way that you can make money is to actually sell your own digital and physical products. If we look at this, Neil Patel sells a lot of his own products right through his website. Now, selling products is outside the scope of this video, but there are tons of plugins that you can download and apply right to your website that will help you do that. All right, so now that we've covered how to make money, the next step is to share your content on social media. In my opinion, it is important to share your content on social media because you are not going to get organic traffic immediately. If you want to help yourself start making money and start getting traffic to your website, I recommend that you share your content on social media. But make sure that you share it in relevant places. You want to share it on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, wherever your target audience is. It won't make any sense for you to share marketing tips and tricks to people that are interested in basket weaving. They don't go hand to hand, and you're going to have very little engagement. So the key to sharing your content on social media is to find places where people are actually interested. And then the final question that I get most often is about how many blog posts should I write? Now, in my opinion, you should strive for 50 blog posts before making a decision one way or another. Now, I think 50 is a good number simply because it's a big blog. That's a pretty substantial blog, and it's actually more than what a lot of people do. A lot of people stop after 10 or 20, but you have 50 blog posts out there, 50 keywords that you focused on within a niche. You have gotten better at writing. You've got better at keyword research. I think 50 is a very good number. And finally, be sure to check out the 3 links in the description. The first link is to web hosting. The second link is to premium WordPress themes. And the third link is for the free affiliate marketing course. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell if this video or any other video on this channel helps you out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.